there everybody, I'm Rosslyn. Welcome to Orkney and welcome to another full gamebook playthrough video. Today I will be playing through a full adventure of Dino Lab by Anson Montgomery. This is a book from the Choose Your Own Adventure Dragonlark series. It was written in 2016 and illustrated by Keith Newton. Now we do get some illustrations that have nothing to do with the story. Lovely picture of me abseiling down towards a dinosaur or something there. A picture of a pterodactyl causing some kind of knocking over a bunch of test tubes and stuff. I don't know, beakers and that. However, that's not really where the story starts. I'll also show you this lovely cover before I begin, because it's quite a good one. Got a lot of action, got a bunch of us at the front. Oh, we've got the dog from some of the other Dragonlark books, from Fire and Lost Dog. The dog from that is the same as the one on the front of here, so we've got a little bit of continuity going there, and we've got a rampaging T-Rex up at the back. Wow. Fortunately, none of that's happening yet. It's nice and calm, and that is where the story begins. Today is Wednesday, but you and your sister Maria are not going to school. Today you get to go to the dinosaur research laboratory your Aunt Sarah is in charge of. Everyone calls it the Dino Lab. Aunt Sarah and the other paleontologists, that's a dinosaur scientist, bring back dinosaurs from extinction to learn more about them. And we kick off with this bonny picture here. So we've got a sterile lab environment with some colourful liquid in beakers down there in the corner. But we're ignoring them. We're just being shown in by our Aunt Sarah, that must be there with the messy bun. And that must be me and my sister Maria there toddling on in. So we appear to be quite young, be playing as a quite young child in this book, which is quite nice. Which makes sense. I think the Dragonlark books were aimed at primary school kids, I think. So it's lovely that they get to play as kids. That's really nice. Anyway, I'm going to give her a Southern American accent, I think. A nice one. Right. Welcome, kids, your Aunt Sarah says, giving you both hugs and kisses and leading you through the whooshing sealed doors into a big open room filled with computers. Sarah is the boss of the lab, but today she's paying the most attention to you and Maria. Now, this is my second in command, Dr. Tree Swinger, Aunt Sarah says, pointing to a chimpanzee wearing a lab coat and glasses. And you can see Dr. Tree Swinger there in the picture holding my hand. Oh, pleased to meet you, Dr. Tree Swinger says. Is that racist? No, it's not a race, is it? A chimpanzee. Anyway, they're getting an ooh-ooh voice because it's funny. Ooh, pleased to meet you, ooh, Dr. Tree Swinger says, shaking your hand. Oh, and this is our guest from Australia, Dr. Finjump, Aunt Sarah says, walking towards a huge tank of water on wheels. Inside the tank of water is a dolphin. A couple of beach balls and rings float on top of the water. Oh gosh, an Australian accent. Also pleased to meet ya, a voice from a speaker on top of the tank says, oh, I can't shake your hand from in here. The dinos are in the next room. You, Aunt Sarah, Maria and Dr. Tree Swinger whoosh through another set of sealed doors to an outside observation deck overlooking the dinosaur preserve. And it shows you it with this beautiful double-page spread illustration here. A little cruise by look of it up closer there. Very nice. See the Locher River or waterfalls, all of the lovely scenery. It really is beautiful. Lots of lush vegetation with big dino necks sticking up. It's a gorgeous observation platform. Oh, what accent will I give myself? Just a normal one. Right. Look, Maria, dinos, longneckers. The air smells funny, Maria says, wrinkling her nose. Ooh, ooh, we have to put special chemicals in the air to keep the dinosaurs, especially the meat eaters, calm. Oh, here comes Gerald now, Dr. Tree Swinger says. A young man wheels out a cart full of vials, tubes, and beakers. Oh, here come the babies, your aunt says, pointing at a young T-Rex and Stegosaurus approaching right below you. Oh, you are in for a real treat. Even though they are babies, both dinosaurs are bigger than grown elephants. Oh, look up, Dr. Tree Swinger yells as a pterodactyl swoops above your heads. It is a huge thing, bigger than any bird you've ever seen. The wind from its wings ruffles your hair. Maria clutches you tightly and gives a little scream. Maria's scream makes Gerald jump, and he smashes into his cart of tubes and vials. A huge cloud of smoke puffs up around you, and then falls down onto the baby dinosaurs. They pop around like popcorn kernels. That doesn't sound good. And here he is, getting knocked into his scientific table and knocking his mixtures everywhere. Oh, the smoke's making them go crazy instead of calming them down, Dr. Tree Swinger says. Watch out. The pterodactyl swoops low and flies right at you. You grab Maria and duck. It zooms straight past you at incredible speed. He hits the glass dome and cracks it. The baby T-Rex runs forward to escape. The Stegosaurus stomps straight into the lab, and you all hear a bunch of crashes. Oh, the lab, yells Aunt Sarah, running inside. Gerald follows right after her. You and Maria look at each other in panic. Did anyone notice the T-Rex got loose in the world outside the lab? Oh, what should you do? I mean, that's a good question. It's not a good situation. Look, there it's crashing right through the wall. So the question is, do I decide to chase after the baby Tyrannosaurus Rex? Sounds dangerous. Or do I think going after the baby Stegosaurus is more important? I see. So we've had this pterodactyl flown down, smacked into the glass dome. Baby T-Rex has taken the opportunity to escape. Stegosaurus has crashed into the lab. Right. Well, I'm not sure that two kids should be running out into the outer world after a Tyrannosaurus Rex, even if it's a baby. And we are right here where we need to deal with the baby Stegosaurus. Bull in a china shopping, to create a new verb. In the lab, we don't want that. Yeah, we're here already. This is sort of a matter of urgency. We're going to deal with the Stegosaurus. Come on, Maria, let's go find the baby Stegosaurus. It didn't look like a baby to me, Maria says. Babies are small, cute little things that smell nice. As an aside, I don't think Maria's ever smelled a baby. They smell like poo. Anyway, that baby has all sorts of sharp, pointy, jabby things on it. Oh, the jabby things on its back are called scoots, you say. I remember when you were a baby. Oh, my character agrees. She says, you smelled stinky way more than you smelled nice. Confirmed. Anyway. Oh, who's Gerald again? Gerald's talking now. What accent did I give? Oh, I haven't given him one yet. Okay, I'll just give him an English one. I'm always giving my scientists English ones. Upper class English ones, which means they're easy to all keep track of. If I gave the same type of character, the same type of voice all the time, whoever they are, till I start writing them down, because I can be asked to do that just now. Anyway, Oh, the Stegosaurus will be scared, Gerald says, joining you. It has a small brain the size and shape of a hot dog, and I think it went this way. I did wonder why we were getting that. So there's the picture of the dinosaur, and that's a hot dog for its brain. Nice one. Right, okay, I quite like the illustrations in this, I will say. They're very adorable. You, Maria, and Gerald follow a trail of smashed computers through the lab to an open door leading outside. Look, there it is, you yell, pointing at the far end of the parking lot. The baby Stegosaurus smashes through the gate to the parking lot and heads out onto the main road leading into town. The parking lot attendant comes out of the booth, takes one look at the escaped dinosaur and runs the other way. You feel like doing the same, but you grab Maria's hand and move forward. And you can see here that the baby Dino is crashing straight through the toll booth barrier in a very impolite manner. So I'm saying, we have to catch it before something bad happens. As you say that, you hear a loud crash. I think something bad just happened, Gerald says. Oh no, Maria says, pointing out the claw marks on the pavement leading away from the car crash. It's headed into the big mall downtown. Oh, Shelley might want to take a nap in the movie theatre. It's nice and dark and cool in there, says Gerald. Won't the dino be looking for food? Maybe it went to the food court, Maria suggests. They both look at you to decide. Well, do I think Shelley, I guess, is the dinosaur? Okay. Do I think the Stegosaurus is looking to nap in the darkness of the movie theatre? It seemed riled up. I don't know, but I don't know much about Stegosaur psychology. Maybe it would be. Or do I think it's hungry? And do we want to look for the baby Stegosaurus in the food court? I think it's probably hungry. I mean, the smells of the food court are probably intriguing too. Don't think you even have to be that hungry to want to go over there if you're a dinosaur and that's super new. When you run to the food court, you can tell that Shelley has been there. The salad bar is tossed all over the floor, with small pools of dressing making the floor slippery. The sushi place is a complete mess. That dinosaur ate a whole bucket of hot wasabi paste. A woman hiding behind a table tells you it started to sneeze, and then that tail whacked into the whole counter. Sushi rolls went flying. Thanks, you say. Any idea where the dinosaur went? The woman points to the left, and you follow. It isn't hard to track Shelley down, but when you find her, you almost wish you hadn't. Shelley is napping in the middle of the grand showroom of the Elf Lord's Crystal Cave Emporium of sacred sculpture and stemware. Oh, your dinosaur is sound asleep, but surrounded by very breakable crystal and glass. Okay, so this hideous scene isn't that, at least. This is the state of the food court, though. And the creature that just did that is now asleep in the Elf Lord's Crystal Cave Emporium of sacred sculpture and stemware. Uh-oh. Time to turn to the next page. You gotta pony up. Let's see, where are we at? So the woman's pointing over there. And we're going over. Okay. Oh, I have always wanted to go here. What a treat. Oh, Gerald's the guy, isn't it? I thought that was my aunt. No, that's Sarah, isn't it? Right. No, this is the scientist guy. Oh, I've always wanted to go here. What a treat, Gerald says loudly. Oh, but the prices are supposed to be out of this world expensive. More than an assistant lab rat can afford. Quiet down, you whisper to Gerald, but it's too late. Again, sleeping dinosaur, mate. Don't care if you're skint, just stick a sock in it. Oh, anyway, too late. Shelley jumps up from her sleep. She lets out a roar, thrashes her tail around, and knocks a life-size crystal statue of a wizard to the ground. The statue shatters into pieces. Here it is, smashed into lots of bits too, not just into two. It's not good. Does anyone have any ideas on how to get Shelley out of that crystal cave without her causing any more damage, you ask? Does wishing count? Maria says. I mean, at this point I'd say sure, kid. Sure her tummy is upset from eating all that mole food, Gerald says. We could get her a big bag of charcoal to eat. Or maybe we could sing her one of her Mama Dino's lullabies? Sing her a lullaby, what? So do we want to sing lullabies to Shelley to calm her down? Look, if I had a bad tummy from eating a whole bunch of mole crap, somebody starts singing me a lullaby, I would just get more pissed off. I do get to decide we want to look for charcoal to soothe her stomach. That does seem like a good idea. Practical. Since it is early summer, I think that was a bird flying into the window. I hope it's okay. It looked like a pigeon, a little wild pigeon, or a dove it might have been. Just gently it was. I hope it's okay. Just a wee clonk there. It does happen here sometimes. Anyway, since it is early summer, there are lots of bags of charcoal for sale. You find one in the hardware store at the end of the mall and take it back to Shelley. You push the open bag of charcoal through the doorway of the Crystal Emporium and scoot away. Shelley immediately gobbles down the briquettes, burps, and then settles down. Within minutes, the team from the Dino lab comes to bring her back home. We have been wrangling the T-Rex, Aunt Sarah tells you. Thank you for taking care of Shelley until we could get here. You're a real hero. Someone pulls on your arm. Who's going to pay for my crystal statues? Yells a short man. It took 2 years to carve the wizard. 2 years! I don't know, you say. I'm sorry, but I was just trying to help. It's not my dino. Well, I didn't own a dinosaur, says the man. Take this, he says, pushing a broom and dustpan into your hands, and start cleaning up the mess. Well, I guess I could help out. So there's my dinosaur just sat eating some charcoal briquettes. At the end of this adventure. Sounds like they've dealt with a T-Rex wrangling though. And it sounds like my dino's happy enough to sit there and eat charcoal, for now anyway. And that is the end of my first full playthrough of Dino Lab. A choose your own adventure from the really quite interesting Dragonlark series. These are aimed more at slightly younger kids, I think, than the main series were. And they tend to go for more sillier premises. They tend to really get quite wacky about it, as you can see. I think they're great fun. I think this was a brilliant idea. Really good. So I've had fun going on that adventure. I hope you've enjoyed joining me on it. That's all I can think of to say about this. But I will do another playthrough of this soon, and I hope to see you for that if you've enjoyed this one. For now though, cheerio!